What's going on, guys? Alex here with a little bit of a different video for you guys. So today we're going to be doing a react to this Impressions Expo Long Beach 2025 walkthrough. This video is actually posted on the Printavo YouTube channel. They have a great YouTube channel, tons of amazing shop tours. Make sure you guys go check them out. They actually do print shop management software, so if you guys do happen to need any of that, they make some great tools. Make sure you check it out. Not getting paid or sponsored or anything like that. It's just like I'm reacting to their video. There was a ton of great insights in this video, which is why I really wanted to kind of make this video, share some of the insights that I found and anything that I wanted to just to kind of shout out in this video. I also wanted to get some things from you guys. So if you guys have anything that you found interesting in this walkthrough, anything that you might know about these companies, please drop them down in the comment section. I want to get this community going, and I think that this is going to be a great video for us all to discuss down there in the comment section. So without further ado though, I think let's just get right into it. It's an awesome video. Yeah, I wish we could get out to the Long Beach one. It apparently is one of the biggest ones, but we went to the Fort Worth one for what it's worth. Just wish
excited to be at the Long
could have
Beach
gone to this one. You guys wait till you see some of the stuff in this video.
It's new, exciting, and trending, and learn more together. Let's go. All right, so we're in the Rock booth, and they're showing off some pretty impressive equipment. One of the popular things we're seeing is this Impress setup. So the Rock Impress, they announced last year, I think I'm right there, last year, and it's a giant heat press, a rotary heat press. I know some shops are doing 300, 350 per hour heat pressing their DTF transfers. They've added to this massively. Now they have the Rock Press, which actually takes your DTF transfers you stack in here, and it picks it up and it puts it onto the actual shirt that you've loaded. It comes around and it gets heat pressed and stomped. Then they have the Rock.
I mean, right there, that was a little worrying. It kind of looked like it wanted to pick up more than one transfer.
DTF transfers you stack in here, and it picks it up and it puts it onto the actual shirt that you've loaded. It comes around.
I mean, maybe it has some force feedback sensors to like maybe check the weight or something like that, but it did look like it wanted to grab more than one, don't you think? This is insane though. Like, did you see that? Like, it grabbed the DTF transfer from a pile and then put it on the shirt where it needed to go, and now it's going to heat press it.
And it gets heat pressed and stomped. Then they have the Rock Peel, which will actually peel off the PET film, the backer to that DTF transfer. It gets heat pressed again, you take it off, and you're done. Just going around the press once, being heat pressed, peeled, and post pressed, you're rocking and rolling. So
that's insane. Like, I have already seen this video before, and for some, like, this is one of the main things why I wanted to make it, because I hadn't honestly seen a piece of equipment like this before. I didn't know that it existed, and seeing something that can actually go and grab the DTF transfer from a pile, place it onto the t-shirt exactly where it needs to go, heat press it, and even peel the DTF transfer. Like, that's mind-blowing, guys. And it's literally like identical to what would be a screen printing auto, like an automatic screen printing press. So like, think about what that means. If you do have an existing shop where you used to run a couple of auto screen printing presses, now you're looking to kind of make a transition more into DTF. Well, you wouldn't have to like retrain your staff in a huge major way. It could almost be like a drop-in replacement in terms of like the labor required to operate this piece of machinery. Obviously there's going to be some changes, but that's crazy.
This is a really impressive new equipment, and I think a lot about what the industry's turning into. Screen printing, definitely here to stay, but DTF at scale, definitely emerging, and Rock's a big player in that game.
DTF at scale. That's an interesting term that I think that term alone is going to have a lot of people caught off guard. Wow, they have the right name for that product. That is truly an impressive product.
Pretty awesome. Here with Multicraft Daddy himself, Dave. Dave, what are you most excited to showcase here, look at here, learn about? Tell me what Multicraft does at Long Beach.
Multicraft is really here to support the industry, support you as a printer, to come in, learn the right stuff, but tell you the truth about the products and bring you to where you need to be on the next level. Not so you don't come in here and listen to the used car salesman, and make sure you're getting the products going to help your shop do the right thing: ink, chemicals, equipment, and bring you to the next level. We want to support you with that, so that's why we're here.
Love it. So, I mean, you sponsor the podcast.
Yep.
It sounds like education's a big part of what you focus on.
100%.
So, being here, helping educate your customer base, make sure they know what products are good, what products maybe might need a little extra work,
100%.
and make sure you're setting them up for success long term. That's awesome.
Education's a big part of us. Supporting that shop and make sure they're doing the right thing for their customers, which in turn comes from us doing the right thing for them.
Love it. You heard it here first.
Appreciate you guys. Give me a call.
Multicraft Daddy. We're here looking at one of the Stampinator booths, and they're showing something really, really awesome. This is the manual press Stampinator. So with this, you're able to take a manual press like this Riley Hopkins they've got here, and you're able to now use this as your flash hot plate, as well as a manual press Stampinator, letting you actually...
This is pretty crazy because I had only seen something like this where it would take up a station on an auto screen printing press. So to be able to use, because the finish that this would give a screen print after doing it would be like night and day compared to if you didn't. It's really similar to like just heat pressing it. So it's basically like an inline heat press. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty interesting. I can't believe that they're now making it for manual presses. I mean, it makes sense because the finish like that it can really change for the screen printing is drastic, and like it is really nice. I think like I wouldn't be surprised if you see some sort of manual rolling attachment coming soon, because that also can really change the finish of the design on the t-shirt. This is pretty cool.
Heat press in line. So you could definitely use this for things like applying DTF and or screen printing and flashing and stamping your screen print. This is...
I'm not sure how like it would be used for applying DTF on a manual screen printing press. I mean, I'm sure you obviously could if you wanted to. I don't know. It just seems like that would be kind of weird.
Something that is honestly long overdue in the industry, and amazing they finally got something like this out and about for us. So keep it up.
It is cool to have. I mean, I'm not complaining at all. It's going to be cool to have.
Stampinator and Rock in their partnership, and what we're going to see more from Stampinator coming out soon. All right, so we are still in the Rock booth, and we are looking at the Rock Now. Now, this is a really impressive and expensive, but impressive piece of equipment for large-scale direct-to-garment. So this machine's a giant oval machine similar to an oval screen printing press. However, they've got some pretty innovative stuff. They've got a direct-to-garment happening that has white only, and then one that has colors only. And before any of that happens, we've got inline pre-treatment, which means you're able to load a t-shirt, get it pre-treated over, it goes around, gets the white base, gets flashed, comes over and gets the color base, gets flashed, gets stomped, and then comes off. They've also got some really cool stuff on this. They've got the tag bot feature, which we'll see right here.
That's pretty interesting, but I wonder, like, I'm assuming for speed, but why did they separate the CMYK and the white? Because that seems like, to me, it might introduce registration issues, because this shirt could shrink from going from the white to the CMYK. It could move. It could, like, I don't know. That just seems like, I mean, again, I know nothing about this product, but it just seems like more room for error than is needed. But again, I'm not an engineer.
Here, the tag bot right there actually makes it so you can print the tag, and the tag gets taken off so you can peel that shirt off. So combining the tag bot and the Rock Now, taken off, the tag bot right there actually makes it so you can print the tag bot feature, which we'll see right here. The tag bot right there actually makes it so you can print the tag, and the tag gets taken off so you can peel that shirt off. So combining the tag bot and the Rock Now, we're able...
That's pretty freaking cool. I missed that the first time I watched this video. That's pretty cool.
To do a tag print DTG as well as a full print DTG. And the cool thing about this is it can be a full line of DTG of one design, or every single shirt can be different information, what they call variable data. This is definitely the future of large-scale direct-to-garment, and honestly, pretty badass.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, especially if you were doing like something print on demand or something. Normally I think the cornets are just 2 stations, so you have like one shirt being printed, one shirt being loaded. So this could be pretty cool, especially with that variable data. Interesting to say the least. This whole, I don't know if this like area they're in is all for rock or whatever, but this is sick.
All right, we're here at the Mamaki booth. Now, Mamaki is a major player in the wide format print world, right? Known them for a long time for a lot of their printers and cutters for vinyl graphics, stickers, sublimation, and they're a major player in the DTF market as well. Here they're showing the TXF 300, which is a very fast, very effective DTF machine.
Look how wide that thing is. Holy cow. I think that's 48 inches wide. Oh my God.
You can see them printing out this giant, large gang sheet going.
Aren't they using the dryer there? Like the plate heater? Doesn't look like they're using it for some reason.
Across the 300-1600, right? I believe this one's got a 60-inch wide print. And then
I was wrong. It's not 48 inches. It's 68 inches. But these right here, they kind of showed them. That is the kind of main reason why I'm a little hesitant to jump into Mamaki. You guys have left a couple of comments about it. I don't know. These cartridges, I don't know if I'm going to be down with paying for those cartridges. Let me know if you guys have any experience with Mamaki, if you guys are running the ink costs, the time savings of the ink costs, if you're seeing any benefits, that kind of a thing. But gosh, that thing is wide. I mean, 60-inch film, that's like annoying to handle, right? Like you got to roll that up at the end and then you got to cut all these out. How do you... Maybe I'm just being envious.
Here it's going into the powder, where the powder's getting applied to the back of the wet ink, going through.
Look how big just that like top for the powder chamber is.
This conveyor oven where it's cooked, and then we come over here, the take-up reel, where it's actually taking this after that powder has fully melted onto the ink and taking it up right here to be ready to be heat pressed to the final application. So this is going to be your large-scale production beast for DTF creation. So definitely fun seeing DTF continue to merge and seeing the heavy hitters really get wrapped up in with it and make it even better. Pretty cool. So we're here looking at the end of a screen printing dryer, and what we've got at the end of this interchange dryer is this conveyor. Now, what this big old box thing here is doing, it's taking the shirt off the conveyor. It's got little optic eyes and recognizes it, and it actually takes out a little drawer right here, and it catches the shirt onto it and it stacks them. So you can have 144 shirts plus come through here and be stacked on top of each other as they're getting done, making it much easier to bulk it out. Pretty cool. Let's check it out.
When I was watching this, like, I don't know, it just seemed, I don't know, let me know your guys' thoughts. I don't know.
Out.
Like, for me, I'm just gonna watch right here, and I don't know, just like running a lot of this just seems like it might not work.
So cool.
And I think that right there, it triggered some sort of limit switch, and that's why he has to now go pick it up. Maybe that's something that is configurable, and you can be like, yeah, every 10 bags, tell me, and then I'll come and pick it up. But if it is like basically like 10 bags, I assume it's deeper than that, because like look how deep it does go. But yeah, maybe they just have it set up this way for the demonstration.
Boom. So one of the biggest names for quite some time now in wide format printing has been Roland. Here in the Roland booth, we can see a couple large.
Those of you guys who did watch my video on the 2025 buyer's guide, I'll link that right up there. Roland did make a #1 feature in that video. It was the Roland and the DTF station for the 2 contenders that I recommended for beginners.
Larger DTF machines, and they've got some pretty cool smaller DTF machines for people to get into, as opposed.
That was the one. I'm pretty sure that's the BY20.
Opposed to having a larger footprint. So again, seeing one of the biggest names in wide format not only adopt into DTF, but also come out with different size models to help the industry join in. Pretty exciting. All All right, so this is kind of cool. Something I haven't seen a lot of here at the Impressions Expo. This is kind of like a micro factory. So what's happening is they've got a printer that's able to print directly onto fabric, a different kind of DTF, direct to fabric, where it's printing directly onto the fabric. Then they've got this great laser cutter that actually cut those pieces to be sewn. So a cut and sew micro factory, essentially. Really cool seeing how this can be done and put into a shop at a smaller scale than normal. Always a lot of apparel vendors here at the Impressions Expo. One of my personal favorites, no sponsorship here, one of my personal favorites happens to be AS Color, right? So it's always fun getting to come to these shows.
Those of you guys who know, you know, AS Color is definitely the GOAT.
To see.
Oops. Also, no sponsorship or anything. They make really good blanks. Anytime I want to make a shirt for myself, I'm going AS Color. Anytime like I want any apparel, really. They make my favorite shorts of all time were AS Color, but then they like changed the composition and now they're not as good anymore, but AS Color is definitely where it's at in terms of blank suppliers, premium blank suppliers.
All the great manufacturers, including AS Color and what their new drops are going to be. So if you're not sure about coming to the Impressions Expo, yes, definitely about the equipment that's happening, the new trends, the people and the networking, but also getting a sneak peek at what's to come for the next year, 2025. Pretty cool. Hi.
Hi.
We're here with the Graphic Source. This is Lucas. Hi, Lucas.
Hi.
We all know what Graphic Source is really, really known for. Graphics, right? So a lot of shops have used them for many, many years. I ran some shops using them for a long time as well, doing things like mock-ups, screen printing separation, and art creation. I think a lot of people forget that that's just one portion of what you truly do.
Yeah.
A lot of shops are utilizing you for other things, data entry, putting quotes together.
We're answering phones too.
Answering phones now.
Yeah, we have bilingual reps that will do your customer service, outbound sales calls, stuff that has nothing to do with art, but they'll just take care of your customer.
So we're going to have a new branch called like just customer source?
No,
or
it's
like admin source?
There's a call for.
This is pretty, like, I am going to be looking into this for sure because graphic source, I have looked into them before. Like, I'm a longtime listener of the Printavo podcast and they have been like a sponsor or whatever. So I've looked into them before. It's quite interesting. I'm pretty sure it was like $2,000 a month for their art department, for their like outsourced art department. I am certainly going to be looking into what he's talking about here with this customer service. It's that is a really good idea.
For you, technically, but it's all part of the graphics.
Like admin source?
There's a call for you, technically, but it's all part of the graphic source umbrella. Kind of like the Printavo, and you have your family of softwares.
Yeah. So the takeaway there is Graphic Source. If you don't know about them, you should. First of all, definitely.
We'll help your business for sure.
It sounds like in more ways than ever. So admin, calling, inbound, outbound, and of course the art, the graphic side of things.
Yeah.
So Graphic Source, lots happening. Anything new that's happened in the last couple months for you guys?
We have a new location, El Salvador, because we need more talent because we're growing too quick.
How many?
I don't, if any of you guys use them and you know, so it is like when, like, I wonder how that's going to work. So I assume like the art is probably overseas talent, but then for the customer service side that he's talking about, like when they answer the phones, the admin side, is that also going to be overseas talent or is it going to be US based talent? Because if it is overseas talent, I can see that being a little bit of a downside. But I mean, honestly, if they offered like both, you can get overseas talent or you can get like US based, that would be pretty cool. Like obviously US based more premium, but it's an interesting offering nonetheless.
How many employees do you guys have now?
We have close to 1,000 employees worldwide right now.
Holy buckets.
Yeah, it's been fun, but we're serving people the right way.
And I can barely manage 3 employees.
And we really do help print shops specifically because you can't find artists that know how to do what we do. And it makes it super easy to integrate, especially if you're using Printavo.
I love it. Lucas,
good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Graphic Source, we love you guys.
See you guys.
For those of you who walk into the Impressions Expo, you kind of know who's really the big guys, right? Right out of the gate, we've got Gildan and there are other companies included over here. We've got Comfort Colors and we've got American Apparel, right? Three of the biggest all underneath the Gildan umbrella, and they're definitely showcasing their quality and their craftsmanship.
Have I been saying it wrong? Is it Gildan or Gildan? Is it both? How do you say it?
As well as their innovation and vibrancy in color. We all know Gildan. We're also usually pretty aware of American Apparel for the trendy streetwear, and Comfort Colors, their amazing color wash. So definitely make sure to come check out all the apparel options at the Impressions Expo. So we're here in the M&R booth. Everyone knows M&R by the bright blue color. They've got some great screen print equipment we're going to look at as well. However, they also did make a big jump into the world of DTF in the last year as well. One of the cooler things I'm seeing here is not only do they have their M&R Quattro, which is already doing a great job in the marketplace with their printing and the powder and oven, they also now have the Quattro cutter, which actually helps bring this up and it'll cut it to a gang sheet and drop it right in the bin. So everything from take-up reels to cutting down to size, definitely some new emerging trends here at Impressions Expo 20.
Dude, that is so, it's so simple, but it's so good. Like, that is a nearly completely automated system right there. I wonder how it knows. Like, is it running the same file and it's cutting the same place on each of the gang sheets? It's interesting.
25. Checking out the M&R Quattro, we got Zach here. Want to talk about what we're looking at? Tell me more.
Sure. So you're used to the regular Quattro, which is a 4-head, 4-color machine. This is the facelift. So this is our next generation. We've got it in 2 configurations, the 4-head, 4-color, which you've seen before, but we've got a 6-head, 8-color machine. So you've got your traditional CMYK with white, of course, and then red, green, orange, violet on top.
Oh, wow. So much richer color gamut, color spectrum, like hexachromal plus in that now. So you're really hitting a lot more color. Speed-wise, looking good?
Yeah, so we've got customers.
What I just wonder is, like, that's great and all, and I guarantee that those transfers look fantastic. But what I am also curious is can you actually command a higher price for your transfers simply because of that? Because, like, let's not joke around. Those M&R machines are like 4 times the price as an Audley one that we have in our shop. At least 4 times the price. And I mean, you have to buy the M&R ink you have to buy all of the M&R supplies, M&R film, ink, powder, the whole wide range. So, like, are people actually able to command higher prices for their DTF transfers simply because they're using this equipment and they're using these materials? Genuine question. I'm actually curious. Like, I'm actually, because, like, if so, I can actually see the like purchase idea behind one of these. Let me know what you guys, if you guys do have any insight into that. Like, I would love to know.
We do have an expectation of 60 linear feet per hour off our original machine. We could reconfigure that to be an 8-color machine if we want.
Because from my perspective, having to, like, I can't, there's no way I could possibly explain that to, like, a customer or make, like, a video on TikTok or whatever. I don't know. It's just from the vet. I mean, obviously there are certain customers who, for what it's worth, are picky and do want things like this, but they are few and far between. Most of, like, I would say 90 to 95% of customers simply care about the price of the transfer. That is all they want. They just want, like, a good quality, good enough transfer for the cheapest price possible. Let me know. I'm interested.
Wanted to, it'll cut your production in half.
Oh, wow.
So we took that expectation and said, how do we not slow down and give people more? So we added 2 more heads. So you see 2 white, 2 CMYK, 2 red, green, orange, violet. So you're getting the same 60 linear feet per hour on this 24-inch roll out of this machine.
That is
That's fast. 60 linear feet per hour.
killer, absolutely killer. I also gotta know, what's over here with this Quattro cutter?
So with Quattro and with the name and with the 4th decoration silo, what we've done is we've said, hey, we're working on machines, we're refining ergonomics, we're creating efficiency, but how do we create an ecosystem?
Yeah.
So how do we take the DTF machine and say, where are the non-value added tasks for humans and where do we automate those things? So what we're doing is trying to provide customers with other tools in the family that allow them to be more efficient, run faster, take away the manual labor aspects that they have people standing at the end of the dryer just running
This one is different than the other one that they just showed.
a pair of scissors.
Yep.
So we've got an X cutter on the other machine, which is a one-piece flow, and we've got the XY here flatbed cutter, which integrates with Prime Center with our partner Caldera, and the camera system reads exactly where it is. It's got a cut file attached to that through the rip, and it cuts everything else.
That's amazing. So then you can really stack it, and from there,
A cut file attached to the rip. Huh.
go right to heat pressing it, making it nice and easy. That's so awesome. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. Appreciate your time.
Of course, thank
Cheers.
you.
So this is a really cool new piece of equipment that we're seeing. Hottronics Stalls is showcasing this. So DTF is growing rapidly. The ability to quickly apply DTF we've seen in lots of different equipment. This is brand new and pretty cool. So what we see here is we've got a sliding 2-station heat press, which we've seen before. However, up here, we've got this ProPlace IQ. This is pretty dang cool. So what this does is actually projects down the information onto the platen so we can see where we're going to be heat pressing this. Go ahead and put the shirt down and see a little bit more. And what you can see right here is we can see a grid showing how many inches down it is, and we can actually see the print itself being projected onto the surface of the shirt. Meaning we can now take the transfer and place it right over. Thank you for the alley-oop there. And place it right over, and we can line it up with the art, knowing that we're going to be straight. We see the grid to make the shirts placed right. We would now then heat press that and peel it, and we're able to quickly and rapidly have good placement with labor right here on a very fast DTF heat press.
What's wrong with laser guides?
Pretty dang sweet. All right, so screen printers know all about the importance of having a really good screen with good tension on your mesh. Great places to buy them from your local suppliers and restretchers. However, a lot of folks might not be aware of Sherlock. With Sherlock, what you're able to do is you're actually able to get the fabric mesh already on a pre-made sheet, right? It's got little locking strips, and you can get their frames. You can also use the Newman roller frames, and you'll just put them in there and quickly tension them, giving you really great screens quickly in your shop, not having to send out for them. So if you're not aware of Sherlock systems, be sure to check out Sherlock.
Yeah, those Sherlock roller frames roller frames they're sick. If you can, they're really, you can maybe, if you find like a shop unfortunately going out of business, you can get some used ones for a good deal. But that's like Facebook Marketplace. You got to keep your eye out.
Pretty great. All right, so with DTF being so popular, everyone's kind of focusing on DTF for everything, but we can't remember that at large scale, sometimes DTF is not the most cost-effective answer. So one of the more cost-effective answers for doing things like inside neck tags for large-scale runs are pad printing options like we have here with ink cups. This is pretty cool technology. It's been around for quite some time, right? This pad goes back and it actually gets ink and it comes back and stamps down to be instantly dry. So something
The thing about the pad printing is, though, you're quite limited by size. You can only print, I think, probably up to maximum 4x4 with that system that they are showing there.
sitting here, standing here, and loading shirts, usually a couple hundred an hour as a standalone in the corner, doing inside neck tags that are immediately dry and wash ready. So ink cups and pad printing,
I wonder what ink it uses if it's immediately dry.
definitely something to still look at here at Impressions Expo 2025. So we're here with DGI. We're with the I of DGI. So we got the last in the group, but he'll do. No, Ian from DGI. A lot of us already know about DGI. It's been a year-ish in the marketplace so far. I'd love to know how it's going. What's the feedback you're getting from the industry? And what do you...
So I don't think they really go into it, but DGI, they're actually quite cool. If you guys do buy a lot of apparel, it basically combines Sanmar SNS to one central place where you can like compare them in real time and build your carts. I'm not doing nearly enough justice. Check out their website. It's actually very interesting. And it's free. So they are announcing like a paid product, but it's free, right? Or their the core product is free, I should say.
y'all have up ahead in 2025?
Yeah.
So we've been doing this for about 18 months, but really it's been, like Matt said, about 1 year since it was kind of a fully baked product that's been growing. We have 2,500 decorators that have accounts on DJI. So it's a mix of like decorators, promo distributors.
Just a few, 2,500 casually, yeah.
And so part of the reason we've been able to grow is because DJI is free. So it's easy for someone to sign up and start saving time and money. And we actually make our money with the suppliers and also just some advertisements with the brands on there.
I love it, I love it. What's the next chapter for DJI?
Yeah, it's interesting. And Matt has the same hypothesis with other users of software in the industry where you go from a terrible system, you give them something that's a little bit faster, and then they get kind of greedy and people are like, Ian, you've saved me an hour a day. Can I go even faster?
Give me more time back.
More software, more automation. So what we've done is we're integrating with Printavo, which we're really excited about. And now we're doing what we call DJI Autopilot. So this part won't be free. It's 79 bucks a month, but we're super stoked on it because the idea came when we got jobs as purchasers for 4 shops that all use Printavo, and it was taking us, even with DJI, about 3 hours a day between all the shops to purchase. So now what our software does that we tried to automate away our jobs is it pulls all the invoices in from Printavo, parses the line items, you pick I want to purchase for invoice 1, 2, and 3, and then we have an algorithm that you can kind of set some preferences and it just does the shopping for you, loads your carts. So what was taking us 3 hours is now taking us 10 or 15 minutes, and most of that is just double checking it did it right.
Wow. So this is what MIT gets you, brains. This is really, really impressive. No, that's a huge thing and a big pain point in our industry for all of us that actually.
It's just like, it's 2025. Why did it take us this long to get something like this? It's just like we are, as in the printing industry, technology-wise, quite far behind.
Work or own or print at shops, right? So thank you for behalf of the industry for what you're doing. Really excited to see you guys keep growing and crushing it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Matt.
Cheers. All right, so I'm here with Nick from Print Profit. I've been talking with Nick for a little over a year now. He had some really great, kind of revolutionizing, it's kind of scary, it's revolutionary for our industry, right? But ways to look at profit, contribution, margin, all that stuff. And so I've been talking to him for quite some time and learning from him. He's taken it to the next level and created a whole new platform called Print Profit. Give us the rundown. What is Print Profit?
Yeah, so for shop owners, this is helping you see your profitability in real time and have clarity. Where are you making or losing money? But more importantly, where should you focus today or tomorrow in order to have more profitable growth?
I love it, I love it. So can you show us a little bit about what you've got here?
Yeah, so come on this way. Here we got the Print Profit booth. And this whole software platform is built off of real-time insights. So from all different softwares throughout the industry, Printavo specifically, we're able to bring in real-time data to show shop owners where are they making or losing their money. They already know real time, how is the month going to end?
I'm not entirely sure if this is kind of like throwing a bone because this guy is like integrated with Printavo, Inktovo, whatever it is. But I'm just wondering where they get the data from. Is it really only just coming from Inktovo? Because, I mean, maybe. I was going to say there are other sales in my business that come that don't go through our system. But at this point, and where we've kind of transitioned to basically all of our sales do go through the system. So this might be an accurate image for us and possibly even for you, but I don't know.
How's the next month looking? And whether they like it or not,
I would just basically want to be able to probably bring in data from QuickBooks is what I'm trying to get at.
They do about it to influence it.
So I don't think it's.
But I'm also not very keen on giving access to my QuickBooks.
See this in the camera here, but this dashboard is phenomenal. Real insights to your business right now. I think one thing that you told me a while back that like really hit me is like, oh my God, right? A lot of us know about burn rate, right? You have to make sure you're accounting for your burn rate. Your overhead has to break down to how you're charging, right? Yeah. So you don't want to go like, oh, my print pricing is my competitor's print pricing. Bad. Different overheads to a company, right? So with this, you're able to see all this data live time. One thing that he taught me a while back was, hey, if you've made your burn rate and your margin that you need every month, maybe you got a couple customers who are looking for a better deal. Well, those last couple days of the month, you've already paid off everything you need with your margin for that month.
Exactly.
You can now go attack that and still maybe bring your prices lower than you want to normally, but it's all extra margin at that point, right? So being able to make those live time decisions to help your customer base and you maintain profitability, huge. So thank you so much for bringing this to the industry. Definitely learn more. How can they learn more about you?
Yeah, love to have you visit printprofit.com and learn more about your shop and how we can help.
Heck yeah. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So that's a wrap for our Impressions 2025 walkthrough.
That was an awesome video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. Really, there was like those few things, the M&R booth and the Rock booth. The Rock Impress, that thing is insane, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I don't know if there would be any sort of use case for us using that kind of thing in the future. Like, definitely not, honestly, with the way we have our trajectory and plans going. I wish there was a little bit more coverage of like the DTF printers coming out. Obviously, we got the one from M&R, which was sick, and the Mamaki, the 60-inch one. But yeah, that was awesome. Really good video. I love seeing all of the automation that is coming to DTF. I think that's going to be huge for our industry. I'm really excited to see what comes. DTF at scale, that's an awesome word that I just heard for the first time in this video. So I'm just really excited for the future. I wish we could have gone to this Long Beach 2025 Expo, but that's not saying there's not next year. There's also the Fort Worth Impressions 2025. Hopefully we can attend or exhibit there again. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys. If you did make it this far, leave a comment down below. Did you enjoy this style of video? I know it's a little bit of a break from what I normally do. So if you guys enjoyed it, let me know. But let me know also any feedback, comments that you have on this video, anything that you thought was cool. If you guys went, drop down below what you guys thought of it. Anything that you saw that wasn't covered in this video that was super cool or innovative, whatever it is. But until then, guys, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you haven't already, get subscribed, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.